Well, hello there, and welcome back. The royal family. Oh my good lord. Right, so I just had to. It's late, and you're probably gonna get this tomorrow sometime. But I just had to. The entire world cannot shut up about Prince Harry. Yes, the ginger Nazi and the fire doll from Suits. Yeah, they gave an interview with had an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah clearly mentioned that they didn't receive any money.
You are not getting paid for this interview.
All of that's correct.
Sure, I mean, like CBS only paid Oprah's company $7 million for the rights to the interview, but I'm sure that the company that Prince Harry and Meghan started, Archwell, they didn't get a cent. Nah, they didn't get any money. I mean, somehow I just don't believe you, but that's probably just me. Suspicious, just so skeptical. To summarize the entire interview, it's basically a billionaire sitting down with royal millionaires, bitching about how oppressed they are and moaning about how they're not getting millions from the billion-dollar establishment they used to be part of. That's it. There's nothing more to it. That's the entire interview. They just basically, it was just Meghan the first half moaning about people being mean, and then, they might be racist. It's like, wow, it's like just everything is racism these days. The royal establishment is racist. They asked about the baby's race. When did they say that to you? No, they didn't say it to her. They mentioned her husband. Okay. Like second-hand information, just like passed on. Like, did it really happen? Like, maybe it did. They're all, if there was anybody that probably asked that, it was probably like Prince Philip, the one that's 99 years old. He seems like he was, it's all about the Nazis. Speaking of, you married the ginger Nazi, and now you're upset about like this kind of thing. Okay. I'm never in my life will I get the time back. I spent that hour and a half I spent watching this absolute drivel about two people moaning about how they aren't being protected by establishment they didn't want to be part of, and how they're not getting any money. I mean, like, poor them. I mean, like, I feel really sorry for them. They're all on their own. They just have to fend for themselves now. You're not getting paid. Sure you're not. I don't believe that for a second. Absolute horseshit. I'm sure they're not getting paid, not personally. Harpo Productions didn't write a check to Prince Harry and Meghan. No, they didn't. But I'm sure that the new company that's named after their kid got a good chunk of money. Well, I mean, even if they didn't, you got some good exposure.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex created their own foundation and media content company called Archwell.
They plugged your company, your new media company, plugged it real well. It was sad. It was watching super privileged people. Super privileged. I mean, you're part of the royal family. It's absolutely astounding how these people, they're sitting there moaning about like, they're not giving us any money. We're living on You're living down the road from Oprah. Are you kidding me? No one cares. Honestly, no one gives a shit. Shame, it was really hard for you during lockdown. Was it? I just love how people do that when the word privilege comes to mind. Usually it's just being used to randomly paint with the racist brush anybody with the same white skin color. Like, you just have this privilege where, like, bank accounts loaded. You don't have to work a day in your life. You just, everything's fine. Like, I went to the bank the other day and I took a loan out, and they just like, oh, your skin's white. Sweet, here's a fucking R1 million. No. These people, on the other hand, them's privilege. But like, that's just the funny part. It's like they're so privileged. They're so privileged, and they're sitting there moaning about, like how they're on hard times. I mean, the one part that actually, like, I watched and I'm going, okay. At one stage she mentioned something about, considering suicide, and that's a terrible thing. But I mean, that's the world you're in. Like, I mean, Harry didn't choose it. You got into the whole Hollywood scene. I mean, you chose that lifestyle, and then you walked into the royal family going like, she mentioned, I didn't have a clue. What? Are you kidding? You never clue. You never Googled any. No, like she just didn't know what it was really like. Are you joking? I don't believe you. And I mean, I think it was just a waste of everybody's time. All you really need to know about it, that's all it is. It's just sensationalism. It's bullshit. It's just like, every single news company. I mean, just have a look at Twitter. Since yesterday, it's like for the last 24 hours, it's just been non-stop. Stop making stupid people famous. It's like, this is as interesting as hearing news about the Kardashians. I could not give two shits. But I did it because this is kind of a news program, so I'm trying to cover like things that I might not be interested. Maybe you are, maybe you're into that. There's nothing there. Honestly, there's nothing there. It's almost like just made up. I mean, I can't say it's made up. I don't have evidence to say that it's made up. It seems disingenuous is what I can say it does feel like. None of it feels real. It's like we're saying things like the two main key takeaway there is royal family bad, them great, royal family, ooh, racist. What did they say? Ooh, well, we can't really talk about it.
That conversation I'm never going to share.
Why do you bring it up? If there's nothing there, if you're not going to repeat, if you're not going to go, listen, this person said something racist, why bring it up? So you're just putting them in a bad light. Just trying to make a sensational interview to have on Oprah. I'll never get that time back. But I did it for you. Did it for you because I care. I care about you, and I care about bringing you the news, even if it's so pointless. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, do a little bit more of these shorter ones. You know, keep it fresh and happening. If you like this, give it a like. If you thought it was cool, if you thought it was funny, if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. But most of all, drop a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the royal family or the Gingianati, Harry. Like, and I must say, just if you're into the conspiracy stuff, I watched it really slowly. I try to make sure I don't recall seeing either Harry or Meghan blink sideways. But I'm not ruling it out. It could be. If anybody's a lizard person, it's Mark Zuckerberg. Come on. He is definitely wearing human skin. He is not human. I don't know about the royal family. I mean, if anybody in the royal family, maybe the Queen's husband, you know. If anybody's a lizard, it's maybe him. But I haven't seen any blink sideways. Could be, you know, send me a video, maybe explain it to me. Why are there lizards? I don't know how it works. But yes, and I will hopefully see you, I will see you very shortly. Cheers.